Johnny, what the hell is going on with this sudden adult death syndrome? Well, it certainly caught my attention, Johnny, that's for sure. But Johnny, is it some sort of a conspiracy theory or what? I'm not too sure whether it's a conspiracy theory or something's actually going on.
The question is this: are we stupid, or are we just being treated as if we're stupid? How long will they keep trying to tell us 2 + 2 = 5, when so many of us can see that the answer is plainly 4?
Jesus Christ! But there certainly seems to have been an increase in this sort of bloody sudden adult death syndrome over the last couple of years or so. Yeah. Which in itself is a little bit suspicious to me, I reckon.
Daily Mail Online carried a headline on the 8th of June. Healthy young people are dying suddenly and unexpectedly from a mysterious syndrome as doctors seek answers through a new national register. This is SADS, an acronym that stands for Sudden Adult Death Syndrome, and according to the Royal Australian College of GPs, it occurs most commonly in people under 40.
Are we watching the birth of a conspiracy theory, John? We could be just watching the very birth, Johnny, the birth of a new conspiracy theory in the making. Johnny, people just can't make things up and
Even though the corporate media is totally obsessed with the January 6th committee's sham show trial, they'd like for you to be distracted by it too. They'd like for me to be distracted by it, but we're not going to ignore the fact that perfectly healthy people are dropping dead for no reason. Doctors are calling it sudden adult death syndrome, and this is something that they've come across, they've created since about the beginning of last year. You can see the numbers of athletes who've died and how it skyrockets right after something happened at the beginning of last year. Whatever could that be? I don't know. But it's not just athletes. It's children. It's perfectly healthy teens and young adults and 30-year-olds. I think Dr. James...
Johnny, what the hell is going on with it? They were reporting on it a long time ago. This is from 11 years ago.
On average, 2 people every week die from sudden adult death syndrome in Ireland. Only 5 people have ever survived a sudden cardiac arrest during sport.
My name is Shane Carney. I'm one of those 5.
Well, there could be a tie-in with COVID. Johnny, could remember it was brought forward to just 6 months instead of 6 years testing. And it just seems a little bit unusual that all these seemingly perfectly healthy adults are just fucking dying. Just dying. I'll get to the point, for Christ's sake. And this woman here, she's supposedly a doctor, and she's interviewing a doctor, and they seem to be pretty certain that it's been caused by the bloody COVID vaccine.
I think Dr. Jane Ruby knows, and she joins us now. Dr. Ruby, great to see you. The videos of athletes collapsing on the field are all over social media. I've even heard of a friend of a friend's 11-year-old daughter dropped dead yesterday of a stroke. Dr. Ruby, do 11-year-olds have strokes?
Dr. Gina, we're seeing a massive cover-up of vaccine deaths, vaccine-related deaths. I think it's pretty clear to everyone, especially after the DMED data, the Defense Military Epidemiology Database was released in January by the 3 DoD whistleblowers. No, children do not have heart attacks and strokes. Healthy adults do not have heart attacks and strokes. I mean, all-cause mortality is up according to a number of insurance companies. Elite athletes, we have maybe 5 a year in worldwide, and now we're over 300 for 2021 alone.
Johnny, are you saying that there's people out there thinking that sudden adult death syndrome has something to do with COVID vaccines? Is that what you're saying? Now, I don't know how you get bloody reliable figures on all this stuff these days, Johnny. Everything seems to be bullshit you read. It's some bullshit in one way or another.
This is properly scary. I don't mind telling you. Healthy young people are going to their beds of an evening and not waking up ever again, or otherwise going about their everyday business and dropping dead for no identifiable medical reason. The best anyone in the health professions can apparently do is describe it as mysterious, baffling even. That there are people under 40 dropping in their traces for no known cause. At the same time, around the world, there have been reports of many hundreds of sportsmen and women dying suddenly and unexpectedly in the past year. Super fit individuals, uniquely focused on their own.
What we're seeing real? Are they the real figures? And if they are the real figures, how come no one in government circles is saying anything about it? Are they shit scared or what?
Trouble saying these things because, as you said, they will come after you when you try and uncover the truth. And also, it's very hard to speak out about the truth and say, hey, maybe we should call a spade here, and 2 + 2 is 4, and the only thing that changed in the past couple of months is the fact that everyone took this vaccine. You can't say that because there are no real studies for these correlations. We just have suddenly all of these extra deaths, and we have no idea why, but we do know that it's not the vaccine. That's the one thing that they can tell you for sure.
What's going on over in Spain where that pharmaceutical, the head of the bloody pharmaceutical company making the bloody vaccine, he didn't want to get the vaccine at all, he just took a bloody saline solution. What the hell is that about? Do you really think that's happening?
Spanish newspaper El Mundo and other news agencies reported last week that Jose Maria Fernandez Sousa Faro, president of European pharmaceuticals giant PharmaMar, was among 2,200 Spanish elites and celebrities investigated by police for allegedly paying thousands of euros to be injected with a saline solution, salt water, instead of any of the COVID vaccines, and so had their names added falsely to the National Immunisation Registry. This alone is a brewing scandal of note, that a company president involved in researching COVID vaccines allegedly and at the very least did not feel it necessary or important to get vaccinated.
Jesus Christ!
Another question. Did that big pharma boss think or have reasons to believe that the vaccines were unsafe perchance? Hey Jose, why go to all the trouble and expense of dodging the jab when everyone else in the world is being told by your lot and the rest that it's safe and that, no one's safe until everyone's jabbed? What's the problem, Jose? I, for one, would like to know the answer to that question.
That's not getting much bloody publicity. Yeah. Oh, that sounds like bullshit. This is the very bloody thing that leads people down the conspiracy theory road in the first place. Oh, for Christ's sake, Johnny.